All right, Coach, this past weekend played in the LSC tournament in Canyon. Won your quarterfinal game, lost in the semifinals. Just announced this morning you qualified for the NCAA tournament as a 3 seed. You get to go back up to Canyon. So just talk about the tournament last week for your team and kind of getting ready for the NCAA tournament this weekend.
Well, the Lone Star Conference tournament is obviously one of the tougher conference tournaments in the country. The benefit is it only is a single elimination. But, our girls really went up and played well. Eastern New Mexico is always a tough draw. I've talked about it all year about how talented they are and how they play hard and all that kind of thing. And Cheyenne was just dominant once again. And I think she threw another 3-hitter, which is back-to-back 3-hitters against a really talented hitting team. And then offensively, we got on them a little bit early and had some big hits. I really don't remember. I think McMillan had a huge hit. I don't remember a whole lot. But played really good, looked good defensively, and just went out and looked like a top team in the region and in the country and beat them 5-1. And I felt like that was probably enough to secure that number 3 seed in the region, which turned out to be the case. And then we came out in the semis on Friday with UT Tyler, a team that we had split with at their place early in the season, number 1 team in the country, having another phenomenal year. And it was just a great game. 0-0 through the third. We hit balls really hard, especially in the second inning. Had a chance to score a couple runs there, but their outfielders tracked stuff down and made plays against us. And but we felt good about it. Aaron Plunkett led off the game with just a rope to the third baseman who made the play, but that could have possibly been a double down the left field line to start the game. But they made defensive plays, and then in the third they hit. JT Smith gets a home run down the right field line, and we immediately answered with 4. So that was huge. To be able to bounce back after giving up the home run and go put a 4 spot up. Again, I don't remember all the particulars right now. I do know Zoe DeBaca had a RBI single off of their relief pitcher that came in, and Lauren Dela Cruz had a hit by pitch with the bases loaded to tie the game up, and just a couple of I don't remember, to be honest with you. But yeah, scored 4. It was really good, and then things were going good. They had a chance to score in the next inning, and Cheyenne got a huge strikeout to end that inning. And then was it the bottom of the 5th that it's still a 4-1 game. 2 runners on base for them, 2 outs, 2 runners on, still 4-1, and next thing you know, it's 6-4. So credit Tyler for getting the hits that they needed to. But man, we were just 1 out away from being able to get out of that inning and limit the damage. But and then in the 7th, we had chances to score in the 7th. We had 2 runners on in the 7th inning, and just didn't quite get that base hit that we needed to score. But I think we made a statement to everybody there, that was watching, going, they're going to definitely be a team to beat in the playoffs.
So what's the biggest motivation this week, or does Friday's results serve as enough motivation given how? What you learned and how your team what your team's capable of.
Well, your motivation is the playoffs. It's either win or be done. So, this is what you work forever for. This is what, you can go back to when they were kids and not realizing it, but this is what they were working for, is to get a chance to play an NCAA tournament. And it's a double elimination tournament this week. And you got to win it or your season's over. So obviously that's the motivation, but man, our team feels good. I told them after the game, hey, bring it on, anybody, anywhere, and let's go. And that's our motto right now, is anybody, anywhere, and we're ready. And we talked about it. We played the number 1 ranked team in the country 5 times this year. We played the number 3, a team that was ranked number 3 in the country 2 times this year. So that's 7 games against teams that are ranked in the top 3 in the country. So we're prepared. We're ready. The 3 teams in the bracket, we've already beaten all 3 of them at some point this season. So that's another confidence builder and confidence boost going into this thing. But but we can talk about how we've done this and done that, but we got to go play well, obviously, to do what we need to do and what we want to do. But we had a good workout yesterday on Sunday. The team was very upbeat and positive, and we're ready to go.
What did you learn from last season's South Central Regional and seasons before that? What will it take to get over the hump this year?
Well, I think the girls have learned that attitude is very important, and no matter what's going on with school, finals, whatever, you got to be able to deal with both of them. And we didn't do a great job of that last year. This year, we're a more experienced team. They've been there, done that, and they're motivated to go and prove to the country that we can go beat these top teams in the playoffs. And it's going to be a challenge, but we're going to be ready for the challenge.
So looking ahead to this upcoming South Central Regional matchup, you're the 3 seed. It's your highest seed in 4 years. You're facing Colorado Mesa. So I guess it's pretty early. You only found out about this matchup this morning, but what can we expect early on, and what must be done to start the South Central Regional on a high note?
Well, we know some. We've played Mesa the last 2 years, I think, in Conroe at the beginning of the year. We've won both of those games. This year we beat them 6-1, but it felt like it was a lot closer than that. I think we were up 3-0. They hit a home run, it was 3-1, and then I think we had actually I'm pretty confident Ashton McMillan wasn't starting that game. Came off the bench as a pinch hitter and had a huge 2-run double, if I remember correctly. So we did not face their ace. I did look that up today, and but we faced their 2 and 3 kids, and they don't have a pitcher who has some of the big, huge strikeout numbers like some of these kids that we faced this year. But they're a team that I think they've won 27 of their last 28 games, playing in the Rocky Mountain. They did get shut out in the conference championship game by Colorado Christian. So, Colorado Mesa is a baseball, softball school. They've always been good on the diamond, and we got our work cut out for us, but at the same time, we've got some confidence going in.
Taking a look at the rest of the field, Coach, you will see, of course, 2 familiar faces with WT and Lubbock Christian on the side. Of course, I know you as well don't like to look too far ahead, but what do you anticipate from the rest of the field in this regional?
Well, it's just talent, I mean, Lubbock Christian's playing really well. They really got after Oklahoma Christian last weekend in game 1, and then WT got them there in game 2, but they beat WT 2 weeks ago. It's what you get when you get in the South Central region and get Lone Star teams involved, and the top Lone Stars in the country. I was kind of hoping that maybe we could get Metro in with us instead of Lubbock, just to have a new face, but they kind of switched that 7 and 8 spot this week, so you got 2 RMACs going to Tyler. So yeah, it would have been nice to have a different face here, as 2 different faces, but I kind of expected that would happen after what they did with Oklahoma Christian last week. I figured they would move from that 8 to that 7 spot. So it worked out exactly the way I thought it was going to after the weekend, and there was no surprises, no surprises in the rankings. But I'm just proud of our team for being able to sit here and be the number 3 seed in one of the top 2 or 3 regions in the country, and the toughest conference in the country, to be sitting here as the number 3 seeds. It's quite an accomplishment, but I think our girls are pretty determined to make sure that it's not over just yet. Again, there's only going to be 1 team at the end of the week out of our region that's standing there, and hopefully it can be us. We got to work cut out for us. We could go up there and go 0-2, but we're ready, and that's the biggest thing. And you can't really predict what's going to happen on game day, but you've got to feel good about things when you feel good about the way the mentality is of your team, and that's where we are right now.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Coach.